Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is Kyle. This is another episode of What Grinds My Gears, episode 2. This is a little bit of a serious topic here that I kind of want to talk about. I'll try to make it entertaining, but like I said, this is kind of a serious topic of what really grinds my gears. One of the things that really grinds my gears is, there's two topics going into one, but they really go hand in hand. Starting off with one. What grinds my gears is kids or young teenagers or kids who phase into that teenage stage think that they know a lot about sex and all this other crap when they know nothing at all about it whatsoever. We live in a generation now and in a time where, a lot of things, especially here in America, a lot of things are becoming very, the sex and sexual things in America are becoming more advertised than ever before. From movies, the caliber of music we had, the lyrics and music, the internet, which you can just easily access anything you want at the click of a button, at the tip of your finger, at the tip of your finger, from the tip of your finger, at the click of a button from the internet. The advertisement for sex and all these other sensual things are really being pushed like harder than I've ever seen it. Growing up when I was a kid, and especially targeted towards the younger generations growing up in this stuff. And it really grinds my gears when you have these kids who are coming up and they think they know a lot about sex and they brag about it and all this other stuff. And you don't know absolutely jack. Okay, first of all, this really trips me out. Kids who think they know about sex get the information from kids their own age. 14-year-olds think, oh yeah, yeah, I know about sex and getting down and all this other stuff. Ground and pound. What the hell? Like, where'd you get this information from? Oh, I got it from my friend. Truth of the matter is this: your friend knows no more about sex than you do. He got his resource from unreliable resources as well. Whether he overheard his older brother or sibling talking about stuff, or overheard his, grown folks conversation, either way, they know no more than what you know. But they're just pretending like they do because they start smelling themselves. They think, I know some information. I know something that you know that you don't know. I got something on you. I'm smarter than you. I'm more mature than you. It's this grown folks kick thing that really kicks in. Get the chest pumped up where it's like, dude, you're just a fool. I mean, just seriously, you know nothing about stuff like this at all. So why pretend like you know something when you know nothing at all? So first of all, kids, if you're curious about, well, not even just kids, but teenagers, you're curious about sex and stuff like that, don't get your resource off internet or off your friends because they know no more than what you do. Get your resources from your parents. And yeah, I know they have sex ed in class. That junk don't work either. Seriously. I mean, it gives you simple information, but kids squash that. Get that type of information like that from your parents. And this kind of goes into what the next thing that really grinds my gears, and that is parents don't really take the time out to really teach their kids, what's right and wrong. I mean, in this generation, we live in a time where so many parents are putting their kids in soccer. They put the kids in soccer, ballet, guitar lessons, summer camp, swimming lessons, all at the same time. And these kids are so wrapped up in all these curricular activities that there's no time spent between the child and the parents. So it's like, where does the teaching and the learning come in? And as soon as the kid ends up getting into the wrong thing, doing the wrong stuff, then the parents want to shout and say, oh, woe is me. Tim, JoJo was a good boy. He didn't deserve to get shot. He didn't deserve to die. Well, maybe if you took JoJo out of all of those extracurricular activities, not to say that a kid can enjoy himself and be a kid, but you overwhelm your son with so much of this stuff. Maybe if you actually took some time with him and taught him from right from wrong, he probably wouldn't have joined the gang or probably wouldn't have tried to rob a grocery store and got shot by the clerk. I'm just saying. It just makes perfect sense. And for some parents who may watch this and may say, well, what do you know? Do you have any kids? No, I don't. But I do know enough information to know what I'm talking about because I've spoken with a lot of teenagers, kids, and hell, even folks my own very age, 22, who have said a lot of choices and decisions that they've made and mistakes in life was only due to the fact that their parents weren't around to teach them right from wrong and give them advice, or when they will come to their parents about certain information about sex and things of that sort, the parents will shut them down because they won't want to talk about it because they think it's, uncomfortable. Well, let me tell you this. For parents, first of all, one, kids, don't get, if you're curious about sex and junk, first of all, do two things. One, don't get your information off of the internet and friends because it's unreliable whatsoever. Get your information from your parents because your parents, well, they came together to have you, so obviously they would know. And be comfortable in talking with your parents. That's what they're there for. I mean, the parents, they raise you up, they put food in your mouth, put clothes on your back. So why not? You should be able to feel comfortable, to your parents to talk about things like sex or intercourse that you may be curious about. You can never go wrong when you talk to your parents about that. Also, it's also very important, in my opinion, to really save yourself from marriage. Because in things when it comes like in terms of intercourse and sex, stuff like that is really, I believe that, should stay within marriage and for people who really love each other. That's just my basic Christian beliefs, but you can take it for what it is. I know a lot of people in this generation, have sex outside of marriage. It's more rampant now than ever before. But that's just my basic personal belief, is to save yourself for marriage. The old saying, true love waits. And intercourse is something that's between a husband and a wife. And if you truly love somebody, then you should wait. Wait to go and wait for marriage before you make that big type of step. Because so many people will sleep around and they think they love the person. What's really not love is just passion, and people get that really confused. Passion and love. Passion is just a feeling that lasts only but for the moment. But if you truly love somebody, you love them now and until forever. And a lot of people in today, when they have sex and intercourse stuff, they run off passion. They don't do it off of love. Once they slept around with this person a few times, they're like, I'm bored with you. I'm going to go with somebody else. So, young ladies, if any guy is pressuring you to put out, don't. Because if he's pressuring you to put out, he's only using you just to get in your pants. And once he gets in your pants and gets what he wants, he's going to toss you aside and get somebody else. Guys, stop thinking with your junk and think with your head. Because this is very important for also young men and women alike. If you get the wrong information about sex from unreliable sources and not from a reliable source such as a parent or an older adult that you can trust, you're going to do two things. You're going to end up contracting something that you cannot, that's not curable, or number two, you're going to end up pretty much having a teenage pregnancy, and you don't want that, especially if you cannot financially, emotionally, physically take care of a child, and you want to think about having an abortion, which I don't agree with. But, you start thinking of other things of abortion or, setting the child up for adoption because you financially can't take care of it. So it's really important that you protect yourself. And like I said, again, if you have Christian morals and values, save yourself for marriage. And parents, if your kids come to you and ask you about questions about, they want to know about sex and stuff like that, don't be so freaked and weirded out about it. Ooh, I can't have the talk with my child. Let him talk about that with his friends. That really pisses me off, a lot of parents, because a lot of parents in this generation, they let their kids' friends raise their kids and teach their kids about life. They don't know no more than what your kids know about life. So how the hell your friends' kids are going to teach your kids about something about life? It don't work that way. You've been here longer on earth than your kids and your kids' friends. So it's best that your kids get their information and resources from you, the parents. So parents, if your kids want to have, the sex talk or the talk about the birds and the bees, whatever, don't be so grossed out and uncomfortable, because you spending an hour or 2 hours, however long it may take for your child to get the grasp and concept and the importance about intercourse and protecting yourself, and like I said, once again, saving yourself from marriage, you could really save your child from a lot of heartache and pain, and also save them from making dumb, life-threatening choices and decisions when it comes to stuff like that. So this is just this is just a topic I want to talk about of what really grinds my gears. Let me know what you guys think about the topic in the comment box below. Do yourself a favor, hit that like button, and subscribe. Peace out.